Sri Dhanvantare Namaha. Good afternoon all. Myself Dr. Ravi Bhushan Sononi from Nasik, Maharashtra. First of all, I want thanks to Chairman, Secretary, Principal of Swami Vivekananda College. Also thanks to HOD, Convener, Organizer Secretary, Coordinator of Botany Department for inviting me for this conference. Today, I am talking about what Ayurveda thoughts about current situation like COVID-19. All of you know that Lord Dhanvantari comes out during Samudra Manthan process with Amrut Kalash. So the Manthan is very much important thing. Manthan means churning, and when we all churning our thoughts, something great will comes out for better tomorrow. This is not tug of war in that things who is the best is decided. This is Manthan of thoughts. So let's begin. Is Ayurveda only for preventing? This answer is apparently no, because the aim of Ayurveda means prayojan, that is kim prayojanam, who is asked by the Shishya to Guru, and the answer is swasthasya swastha rakshanam and aturasya vikar pashmanam. Means what? Those people are healthy to keep healthy. Those who get disease called atur means get disease free. This is the ultimate aim of Ayurveda, to maintain good health for all types of people. And for prevention purpose, there are much more literature available in the text, like Dinacharya, means daily regimen, daily measures, Rutucharya, seasonal measures, Vegavrot, means not avoiding our natural urges. In Dinacharya, all measures like when you wake up, how to brush, when you eat, when you sleep, all our daily measures are mentioned very minutely and detailedly to keep us healthy. In Rutucharya, means Rutu means season. The Dinacharya schedule according to your season. Means if now a summer, so you can bath with cold water. Seasonal body purification means Panchakarma, also mentioned in Rutucharya. Vegavrot means natural urges. This is very unique concept in Ayurveda. Natural urges like hunger, thirst, sleep, urination. There are 13 types of natural urges are mentioned in text. So don't hold your natural urges. Example, holding your stool for long period again and again and again may cause digestive problem, muscle cramps, pain in abdomen. So all that such a great things are explained in preventive measures. But there are many more things explained about diagnosis, treatment part of in Ayurveda. There is one श्लोक हेतु लिंग औषध ज्ञानम स्वस्थ आतुर परायणम त्रिसूत्रम शाश्वतम पुण्यम. What means? Hetu means causative factor, Linga means symptom, and Aushad means treatment protocol. When you see this, the three words called Tri Sutra means Hetu, Linga, Aushad, which are Shashvat, means these things are still same in nowadays also. The criteria of treatment still not changes. That again validates the treatment perspective of Ayurveda. Aushad means treatment part again divided into three parts mainly. Antaparimarjan means internal treatment. Bahiparimarjan means external treatment like Abhyanga, Udvartan. Shastra Pranidhan means surgical treatments. So you know there are very detailed treatments are mentioned in Ayurveda. Bheshaj means medicine. It has also two types. One is Swastha Ojaskar means immunomodulator, that is Rasayan drugs. And second, Arthasya Roganat means disease specific drugs. And to maintain the good health, you must take a Rasayana daily with proper appetite, means your Agnibal, with proper following of Dinacharya and Rutucharya with seasonal purification. Milk and cow ghee is said to the daily Rasayan. Chawanprash also is very good Rasayan. That's why Ayush guidelines include Chawanprash for daily use. Rasayan increases your bala, your immunity. So there in next part is immunity, means Vedic Shamatva. There are very good concepts regarding Bala, Agni, and Vedic Shamatva, means immunity. Don't afraid that shloka. This is just example what mentioned in our text. With no medicine available for treatment of this pandemic, good immunity seems to be the best part of survival. So what is Vedic Shamatva according to Ayurveda? There are mainly two words. Vyadhibala Virodhitvam means your power to overcomes the disease. In simple words, the strength of the disease is lower than your body strength, means you can tolerate the disease. And the second word, that is Vyadhi Utpada Pratibandha, means you are immune to that disease, preventing that disease manifestation. But for better Vedic Shamatva, means better immunity, you have also good Bala. Bala is a very big concept. Bala means tolerance, Bala means power, power to fight against disease. There are also some words mentioned in Ayurveda, that is Deha Bala, means your body strength, Dhatu Bala means your tissue strength, Agni Bala means your digestive power, and also Manobalo. Manobal means your mind strength. You see, many depressive patients have very low immunity, so that correlate each other. There are also three type of Bala mentioned in Ayurveda, that is Sahaj Bala means the ball get by birth, that is our natural immunity. Kalaj Bals means power get during certain kal, like you are young in age, your ball is more than infants and elderly peoples. Yukti Krut means proper dietary habits, proper exercise, you can increase your ball. Also, you can think about adaptive immunity. Actually, this was a very large topic. There are this research article about immunity and Vedic Shamatva. You can go through it. It's very good article. After all this, we can understand now we need such a medicine which are Rasayan properties, means immunomodulatory effect. So here I am giving some example for that. First one is a Guduchi. You know all that. Guduchi, Tinospora cordifolia. In Ayurveda, there is a sutra which is Guruchi Katuka Tikta Swadu Paka Rasayani, means Rasayani in properties. Also, Jwara, Krumi, Prameha, Shwasa, Kasa. We can use this type of medicine. There is one research paper that clearly mention the antiviral, anti-cancer property of Guduchi. Also, Guduchi inhibits for HIV drug resistance. So it is very potent drug. The next drug is Ashwagandha. You all know that very good research going on this particular plant. And again, this is also properties of Rasayan and Balli. Means immunomodulatory properties. And also Balli. We just discussed about what is Bal. This is very good research article by Dr. Bhushan Patwardhan, and in which they are telling how Ashwagandha, possible role of Ashwagandha against the COVID-19. It improves Th1 response, increase B1 and T cell function, increase NK cell function, and T oxidant mechanism that increases immune homeostasis, improve antiviral immunity, lung protective effect, and in severe stage, reduce lung damage, restoration of immune homeostasis, and improve viral clearance. So ashwagandha is very good for antiviral. This is second research paper which is carried out in IIT Delhi, which again showing how ashwagandha, that is vitamin predicted to block the cell membrane receptor required for entry of virus to cell. The next one is a Yasti Madhu. I found very interesting research article for the glycyrrhiza glabra, which is Yasti Madhu, is published in 2007, in which that clearly mentioned antiviral effect of glycerin and glyceric acid had property to inhibit the replication of SARS-related coronavirus. I know this is old one corona, SARS virus, but now we are surprisingly there is no any still research going on about new coronavirus, that is novel coronavirus. The study is must going on because Yashtimadu is a bala and Varnakruta, also used for many time ago for respiratory diseases. The next one is Haridra, Curcuma longa, most popular drug in cancer treatment because of the curcumin, and we all know about patent-related fight for this drug. Haridra has many properties like antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, and maybe that is the one reason we all Indians have better immunity because this Haridra we use oftenly in our daily food, and that's why Ayush Ministry said drink a golden milk daily because it is very good drug. There is also antiviral effect of curcuma longa against dengue virus in vitro and in vivo studies already carried out. The next drug is tulsi. We all know that because the Indian tradition we kept the tulsi in front of our house called in Vrindavan. In Hindi में tulsi तेरे आंगन की. So apart from the job in Ayurveda text, uh, it is also called Apet Rakshasi and Bhutagni. Means what? Apet Rakshasi means killing the Rakshas and Bhutagni means also killing the Bhutas. Now what the meaning of Bhut and Rakshas in Ayurveda? In Ayurveda concept, Bhuta means not we think in horror films like. Bhuta means very sukshma, minute particles like Pancha Mahabhuta, which is very small particle. So when this Bhuta Rakshas causes the disease, that Bhuta and Rakshas killed by Tulsi. So we can say that Bhuta Rakshasa may be bacteria or viruses. Again, Tulsi is a very commonly used for fever, cough, cold since very long times. Now there are so many research articles about the antiviral and antibacterial property of the tulsi. The next one is the neem, Azadirachta indica. We know all about the skin related problems. We always remember the neem because it's antibacterial, antifungal properties and also antiviral property. There is one word, krumi, that means not only worms but bacteria also. Neem has very good property to cure that of disease. There is paper showing effect of neem to herpes simplex virus. Now, now we rethink about all these plants. There are mainly rasayan in nature, antiviral, immunomodulatory properties. There are so many research papers regarding this, and there are so many herbs which are not mentioning this time because there are so many herbs are mentioned in granthas. And not only herbs, there are herbo mineral combination also. But today's topic not about that. So we are going to now talk about what about COVID, Ayurveda, what things. Now the main topic, what Ayurveda thinks about COVID. So we are just talking about Bhuta, Rakshas and Krumi. So in Ayurveda Grantha, there are many references that are also saying that these Bhutas, Krumi are causative factor for disease. There are also one word like Krumi mentioned in Granthas, Sahaj Krumi, which are help for good body, good immunity. So because of the modern science, we can understand that the good bacterial flora are also important for the human body. And we all know that we are living in the world of microorganisms. So we don't have word like COVID, like bacteria, like viruses, but we have another word like Bhuta, Rakshasa, Krumi in Ayurveda constant of. Now the next is what Ayurveda think about pandemic epidemic diseases. So there is direct reference in Charak Samhita, Vimansthan, chapter 3, in which separate chapter is regarding this called a Janapada Dhunsadhyay. Janapada means community and Udhuns means destruction. And in that adhyay, what affects it most? The four things are most affected. First is a vayu, second means air, second is udak means water, third is desh means your geographical area or bhumi or land, or fourth one is a kal means your season. So we can say that in that era there is also such type of diseases. That's why there is separate need to mention. The next point and the shloka mentioned in the infectious or contagious diseases. In that, Sushruta, who is the father of plastic surgery, said that प्रसंगात गात्र संस्पर्शात निश्वासात सह भोजनात सह शय्यासनाच्चापि वस्त्रमाल्यानुलेपनात् औपसर्गिक रोगाश्च संक्रामन्ति नराणाम्. Means what? Prasangat, Gatra Sansparsha means touching to each other. Shwas Nishwas, you can think about droplet infection. Use of one close to each other. Use of common bed, Sahashaya, common asan may cause such disease called Opsargic roga and may be spread very fast. That is Sankraman. So to avoid this, you must avoid all that hetus like Prasanga Gatra Sansparsha. That's we call as a social distancing in nowadays. There is another reference of Agantuj Vyadhi, means what the causative factor of the disease is outside from the body, which is called Agantu, which means inside body. So in Agantuj Vyadhi, there is a mention of Bhuta, Visha, Vayu, Agni, Samprahar. This is the causative factor for Agantuj disease. So when we think about all these three aspects, we can say that we didn't know about exactly COVID directly, but we know that such type of diseases, infectious or pandemic diseases can happen in that era also. So when some basic precaution we must taken during such type of diseases. This is there is also one research article you can go through this that mention how Ayurveda thinks about this pandemic era. Now there is a part of treatment. In the chapter Janapada Dhomsa, main cause of Janapada is said that adharma. Now what is meant by dharma? You can say that the highest ideal action for the life called as a dharma. Means what? If I am a teacher, then my dharma is to teach my student. If I am a physician, my dharma is to treat my patient. If I am a parent, my dharma is to protect my child, protect my family. The same thing about the human being. We need something from the nature and we must protect the nature. Our nature is our common dharma. To protect the nature, this is our common dharma. And uh, when we don't do our duty, it's called as adharma. So we know that why these things are happening. We are just destroyed the our nature because of uh, many things. Apart from philosophy, actually many research protocols submitted to the Ayush Ministry, but still not get any proper approval. But we get Ayush Kadha, Nasa treatment, Prash, golden milk, oil pulling therapy, which are also great for immunity booster. We must do it for them. Do it all. All this therapy is very good. But we need curative also. The research is still going on like Ashwagandha, Guruchi, Ayush 64. Ayush Task Force also formed. But very few clinical trials are there. You get permission for plasma therapy, which is also get failed. You get hydrochloroquine, which is also failed, said by the Lancet journal recently. But we are ICMR still using these the treatment protocols. But the Ayurveda, which is already proven, we have so much research paper in all over world, but still there is no big clinical trials are going on. The recent news said that there are trial going to in Pune Virology Institute for serum along with modern science. We hope for the best, but we need actually proper integration. But what happened nowadays? Modern science plus modern technology, very good research going on, no doubt about that. Second, modern science plus herbal product. This is also best research. because the pharma company, most of the pharma company giving sponsorship for that research. Every 1 or 2 years there is a new drug like noni, ganoderma, moringa, which is best for all that disease. But this type of research is only for money, we know all that thing. The third is Ayurveda thoughts and modern technology. Why not? But there are very low funding for this type of research, specifically in Indian country. In outside the India, Western country, there are very large scale of research going on this type of thing. The fourth is Ayurveda thoughts modern science and modern technology. No one ready. But because of COVID, the scenario now changes. But I am afraid that just like a yoga become a yoga, Ayurveda become a Ayurveda, then we start believing it, our own science. So we must believe our own science, and we still need fourth type, that is bioscience type of research. We need such type of research in that science which comes us, which cure us, and also care the mother nature, not destroyer of the mother nature. So that's all. Thank you so much for giving me chance for express my thoughts in front of all you great persons. Special thank to Dr. Rajendra Kakre sir. Thank you for giving me the chance. Stay home, stay safe, and Jai Ayurveda. Thank you so much.